Presidency mom over Tinubu's return after Unga. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel. The presidency has refused to speak on whether President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had returned to the country after his participation at the 78th session of the United Nations General Assembly (UNGA) meeting or not. As of press time yesterday, calls and text messages sent to the president's media advisor, Unga, on the whereabouts of the president were not replied to. In the president's itinerary for the trip, the last activity was billed for September 21st, 2023, which was a meeting with Nigerians living in the United States. President Tinubu arrived in New York on September 18th to attend the high-level meetings of the 78th section of the UNGA scheduled to open on Monday with the Sustainable Development Goals (SDG) Summit. The president, who arrived some minutes before 7 p.m. local time, was received by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Toga, the permanent representative of Nigeria to the United Nations, Prof. Tijani Mohammed Bandi, and other government officials. According to the United States Department of State, the 78th session of UNGA opened September 5th, 2023, with high-level week taking place September 18th to 22 in New York. However, Frank Shaibu, an aide to the presidential candidates of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Atiku Abubakar, had claimed that the president made a stopover at Paris, France, without informing Nigerians. Shaibu made the claim in a statement titled "Release Details of Petrol Landing Cost Pricing Template." Atiku's aide, Des FG, which was in response to an earlier statement issued by the All Progressive Congress (APC). APC had lampooned Shaibu for accusing Tinubu's administration of telling 10 big lies and running a propaganda government. Replying to APC, Shaibu in a statement has said, "It is obvious the so-called meeting only existed in the minds of Tinubu and his paid writers. They left the UNGA empty-handed and traveled to Paris without even informing Nigerians of his whereabouts. What a joke." The breakdown of the president's itinerary. President Tinubu held a cross-sectoral discussion with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa on the sidelines during the 78th United Nations General Assembly. He met with the representative of the Recording Academy. He played host to a delegation insisting on the global leadership of the oil and gas transactional giant ExxonMobil on Monday in New York City. President Tinubu had a bilateral meeting with King Abdullahi. President Tinubu had a bilateral meeting with King Abdullahi II ibn al-Hussein of Jordan and João Manuel, President of Angola. President Bola Tinubu met with the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres and Amina J. Mohammed at the UN Headquarters Office in New York City. President Tinubu also rang the closing bell at the Nasdaq U.S. Chamber of Commerce event in New York. President Bola Tinubu met with Nigerians living in the United States. Well, make I tell you now, it be as it gets. It be as it gets. At the end of the day, it can only be made possible if Frank can never be happy because his principal lost last election, unless my sincere advice to him to embitter comment on Tinubu presidency. Sincerely speaking, would you have been happy if you know that your principal lost? Frank is doing a great job for Nigerians. Actually, we do not have a bona fide president in Nigeria yet, even if the Supreme Court affirms Tinubu's victory, despite all the shameful baggages. It won't change anything. Tinubu will only succeed in becoming the product of a blatantly rigged progress. Of course, all this will not matter to a president. He is not a man of honor. He simply thrives on crime. You are just showing your stability to the police. Please, my brother, can you substantiate the position? What is oh my goodness. He's still worried about the certificate scandal in the courts in the USA and consulting his mommy water and Egungu gods and goddess, but they have failed woefully. Maybe that's when you do when looking for solution. It was a humiliating experience. The sore losers are bull desperate. Okay, the sore losers are just desperate for nothing. The good thing is we are all in the mess together because BAT do not even know you guys exist. Losers are always bitter and look for unconventional routes to get the offers. Alright. The Papa addressed empty seats on the floor of the 78th UNGA. The message is probably clear to him. The Gabon movement making international connection in social, political, economic recovery and regional development. Among others, his trip is a welcome development to Nigeria. Mr. Shwahib. Alright, Chicago matter don't humble them. APC is a useless party that has come to destroy the country, packed with a lot of suspects. They are still in shock and busy cooking very worst of it against Nigeria. What is a business and headache with our executive presidential republic of Nigeria? You better go and relax to afford headache and hypertension. Okay. All right. At the end of the day, you see all those things flying up and down. All this news flying up and down concerning Tinubu, I cannot wait for it to be cleared. To be cleared in such a way we say, fine, this thing is coming out or this thing is not coming out. They just the bubble on that. Whatever be the case, and we are going to find out pretty soon.